When I last left off, you had all been let into Koopa Tower.
Yep.
In various ways, shapes, and forms.
I think everyone's together except for Van, who's somewhere else.
Yep.
So who do you want to cover first?
Van, because I want to know what he's up to.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, it's true. Sturg wasn't there at all, so maybe we should give a slightly more detail what happened last time.
I wasn't there either.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
okay, well, Van and I can go and handle what happens with Van.
Alright.
While you guys explain to Sturge.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright, so, you were in a giant stairwell with various doors.
Yeah.
At various levels. So where are you headed?
I kind of regret going upstairs now. I'm gonna quickly pop back down to see if there's, like, any kind of, like, information booth or, like...
No, you're in a stairwell.
Yeah, but I'll go back down to the ground floor.
Alright.
Because, like, surely something as big and spacious as this tower should have some kind of info desk.
So which floor are you getting off on?
The ground floor.
Okay. So, you're exiting through the ground floor door?
Yeah.
As you open the door, you see on the other side a, heavy trooper. And he looks at you and kind of gives you a nod.
Do I recognize him as the ones that we've seen before? No?
No.
Okay, I'll walk up to him and say, hey.
Can I help you?
Yeah. See, I'm on a bit of a business trip, and I've never actually been here before. It's, I'm having a bit of a trouble getting around.
He says, well, if you're coming from the VIP area, you probably shouldn't be down here. It's dangerous. Especially for upper people like you.
Yeah, I know. I don't suppose you'd be able to get me an escort or something, would you?
He kind of sighs and he says, that sort of thing should be managed by... Go talk to, administration. They're on the 30th floor.
The 30th floor? Okay, thanks for your help.
Alright.
And I'll start going up to the 30th floor, I suppose.
Okay. You're headed up to floor 30.
Okay.
And you eventually get there.
I look for administration.
So when you open the door here, so the bottom floor was tons of people, like in a giant marketplace, with some shoddy, like, shacks and, kind of shitty surroundings. Everything's kind of piled up on top of each other. Like homes on top of homes on top of stores, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
On the 30th floor, it's quite different. So on the 30th floor, when you open up the door, there's another heavy trooper who's in slightly nicer sort of garb, soldier garb.
Mm.
And you open up to sort of a large, I don't know. One sec.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're in sort of an area that looks a bit like this. I'll paste it.
Oh. Okay.
So you open up your stairwell and you're in that sort of area. Very nice.
That's
regal.
fancy.
People are dressed extremely well, walking around. And the Koopa Trooper at the door, the heavy trooper, kind of gives you a nod. This is have a lovely day, sir.
Thank you. Good day to you. And I will... can I see the administration place from here?
Like, you're in essentially a city. Like, each floor is kind of like a mini city. So it's not like... This is not like a small tower. Like, let me show you approximately what the outside of the Koopa Tower looks like real quick.
Okay.
This is approximately what it looks like on the outside.
Oh.
So you're in a huge, like... Each floor is quite substantial.
Yeah.
So you don't really, like, see, like, a desk immediately in front of you.
In that case, I will address the heavy trooper.
Yes.
Hey, can you point me in the direction of administration, please?
He says, of course, sir. If you wouldn't mind following me.
Of course. And I do so.
And he directs you through several corridors, and you see some people drinking wine, and you see some people tapping each other on the back, and being like, and whispering, you know, and pointing at you, and kind of giggling.
Oh dear. I do my best to look as refined as possible while walking.
Roll a performance check.
7.
Well, you don't... You're like, oh, pip, pip, cheerio! I dare say, Mr. Heavy Trooper. You know. You do your very best stereotypical rich person impression. And people are very, it's very clear to them that you are posing. And they kind of laugh and chuckle at you some more.
Oh well. I'll just ignore them.
Alright, and so eventually you make your way through the place, and there you reach this building, multi-story building labeled Administration.
Thanks, old chap. That'll do.
He says, of course, sir, and he kind of looks at you and he says, don't try that hard.
I'll take that under advisement.
And so you walk into a gorgeous building. A quite pretty building. Interiors are a bit like this.
Oh, yeah.
And there's several people at desks working on various things. And when you walk in, one of them kind of goes up to you and he says, can I help you, sir?
Yes, I'm on a business trip, and I'm afraid I don't really know my way around Cooper Tower that well.
Yes, is there something you're looking for?
Yes, actually. How to go about this? I will describe in great detail the shy guy person who took my book.
Really?
Yes.
That guy? Okay. So you're looking for this person? Do you know their name? Or registration number?
Unfortunately, that information got lost. New secretaries, you know what they're like.
Well, they certainly can't be secretaries as good as us, I assure you.
I certainly hope not.
Well, certainly we can put in a bulletin out for them. Are they dangerous?
No.
Just a friend of yours.
Yes, but, he doesn't know that I'm here. Hence my dilemma. I don't know where to find him, and he doesn't know I'm here, so...
Well, if you don't mind waiting, I can gather a police sketch artist here. I'm sure I could find someone, and we can put posters out looking for him. And generally just keeping an eye out.
I suppose?
Do you have a number that we can contact you? Or where are you staying?
I haven't actually gotten accommodations sorted out yet.
You're a guest here, aren't you? Can I see your pass? I can set up accommodations for you.
Yes, of course. I give him the pass.
He kind of looks at it and says, I'm sorry, sir, but how did you get up here?
Yes, I had this problem at the gate. My pass was not created adequately. I apparently employ terrible staff.
I see. Go ahead and roll me a Charisma Influence Deception.
Can I add formidable presence to that, or no?
No.
How? 17.
17 is quite good. They say, well, that's unfortunate, sir. Unfortunately, I can't really arrange any sort of aristocratic or VIP accommodation for you without a proper pass. Who was it that invited you here again?
Kamek.
I see. He can be a little bit... Well, I shouldn't say.
He has his quirks.
If you... Yes. If you wouldn't mind, I can certainly help you out, and I'd love to, but you're going to need to talk to him first to get a proper accommodation pass. I can certainly help you out with your friend, though. I just can't get you proper accommodations. I could set you something up, I suppose, temporarily in the lower sections. But you need to be very careful down there. It's quite dangerous.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt having a room, but don't worry about it too much for now.
Are you sure, sir?
Yeah, I'm sure once I meet up with my friend, I'll be well taken care of.
Of course. And please feel free to come back. If Kamek doesn't set you up with a room, which he really should have, it's most unorthodox, this situation here. But if he doesn't set you up with a room, just come by with the proper pass, and I'll be more than happy to set you up with something.
Of course, yes, that sounds great.
Fantastic. Now, would you like me to get that police sketch artist for your friend?
Yes, please. That'd be great.
Of course. If you don't mind waiting over there, and he points to a seat.
Okay. I sit down.
Alright. Time passes, about 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Are you going to do anything in between?
Nah, I'll just wait.
Okay. And so, eventually, a boom walks up with a pen and a paper in both hands.
Yep.
And he says, I hear I needed to draw someone.
Yep, that's right.
A person is missing or something like that?
Well, I suppose you could say I'm the one that's missing. He works here, but, I have no way of getting in contact with him.
I see. Well, I'm gonna need you to file a missing persons report, I guess. Just so we can keep an eye out and know who we're looking for.
Sure.
And he gives you a form. What has, lots of information like name, last known location, all this sort of thing. And how are you filling that out?
Oh boy. Oh, okay. I will leave the name blank. I will put last known location as Cooper Tower, probably near the obelisk.
Really?
I'd probably be more vague about that.
I mean, you can if you want to.
I'll put large rock in air quotes, research center.
Alright. And what else?
It
asks you for a description, your relationship with them.
I'll put as detailed as a description as I can from the limited amount I've seen of him.
Mm-hmm. So to clarify, this is the guy who you saw in, the homes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Alright.
I'll put business associate.
Okay. And so you hand that back, and he looks it over, and he says, you seem to have forgotten to put his name.
Yes. Yes, I have.
Well, he hands back the form, if you wouldn't mind.
I do not know it.
He looks at the paper, business associate of yours, though.
Yes, we, is it fine to put down pseudonyms then? Because we don't know each other's real names.
He kind of looks and he says, I see. Okay, yes, of course. I would appreciate some sort of name for him.
Okay. I put down... It goes in the window, and I hand it back.
And what do you put for your name and your contact information?
I put Van. and I leave the contact information blank.
Well, then he returns it to you again, and he says, I'm going to need some way of contacting you if we find this person.
Well, I'm here, aren't I?
Yes, but this is a big tower. Are you going to be staying in this room for the next several weeks?
No, probably not. That guy over there, and I point to the guy I was just speaking with, he's setting me up with temporary accommodation. Just get him to put it down on there.
The person over there that you point to says, oh, would you like the accommodation in the lower floors?
Yes, it would be convenient for now.
Of course, let me set that up. And he says, just hand the form to me, I'll fill out the rest of it. Meanwhile, you can sketch his missing person if you don't mind. And the person kind of sighs and he says, of course. And so he pulls you aside and he says, and he asks you to describe this person.
And I do so.
Alright. Roll me an intelligence willpower check.
Oh boy.
Memory.
Wait, intelligence willpower?
Yep. 2 attributes. You cannot reroll.
Oh, okay.
It's a memory check.
16.
Alright. You give a pretty excellent description. Really. And he draws, a sketch of it and he shows it to you and it's pretty smack, on exactly as you thought this person would look.
Oh, good. Oh, yep, that's the guy, all right.
He says, very good, sir. If we hear anything back from you, if we see this person, we'll certainly give you a call in your room.
Okay. I very much appreciate it.
Alright. And if that's all, sir, I'll be going?
Yes, do carry on.
I'll do my best, sir. And he leaves.
Oof.
Taking his paperwork. Meanwhile, the person at the desk says, sir, if you don't mind, here I've gotten you accommodations on the 5th floor. It's as good as I could get you with your pass, unfortunately.
Oh, that's mighty kind of you. Hopefully I'll be able to get that resolved soon and upgrade.
Of course, and I apologize immensely for the bureaucracy here. I don't really have much control over such things.
Oh, no need to apologize, my good man. You're just doing your job. I wouldn't want to put that in jeopardy for the mistakes of others.
I appreciate your consideration. Now, you're going to obviously need an escort to get back down to your room. I can certainly arrange that if you would like.
Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
Alright, please hold.
Okay.
And, go back and sit down, I assume.
Yeah.
And sometime later, a cop walks up and he says, I hear I'm escorting you down?
Yep, that's right.
Alright, if you wouldn't just mind following me, then.
Okay. I do so.
Yep, and, he walks you down, and some time passes, and you go down to the 5th floor. You go down 25 flights of stairs, and he lets you out, and he says, if you don't mind following me, I'll bring you to your hotel. It's the nicest we could find, given your situation.
Yes, of course. So how shitty is the 5th floor in comparison?
The 5th floor. It's a very bustling place. But it's still got that everything stacked on everything else sort of quality of the lower floors.
Okay.
But, you can see there's a slight improvement. Not that much, but a slight improvement. And you see sort of everything's kind of structured a bit like this. To give you just a general sense.
Ah, okay.
So they're slums, but they're not, unlivable.
Fair enough.
And he directs you to a hotel that's sort of leaning on its side, called the Gold Star Hotel.
Fancy.
It has a big gold star in front of it, so you know it's good. And he says, we've arranged for you to have a room here for as long as you need. Until we get all this mess sorted out, of course.
Of course. I do appreciate it.
Naturally. And you walk in and you're directed to a pretty alright hotel room. It's not spectacular. You know, it basically looks like this, but like one bed.
Okay. I mean, all I really need it for is a phone, so...
Yes, there is a phone that is attached. And he says, we'll contact you if we see your person.
As I look forward to it. Thanks very much.
Good day, sir, and he tips his hat.
I nod my head slightly.
He says, have a wonderful time. I recommend you stay in your room until everything is sorted. You have the phone there, you can reach Kamek, I'm sure. And, just be aware, things are quite dangerous, so staying in the room is probably for the best.
Okay, yes.
And he leaves.
And I'm going to hang out in my room.
Are you going to take a nap?
I mean, I'll rest, not necessarily take a nap.
Alright. We can hop into the other room then.
Okay.
I'm kind of hoping that what Van did was walk like 5 steps, find a computer, and then just played a hidden object game for the rest of the time.
Man. Cool. Well, that happened.
Yeah.
Well, good game, everyone.
Alright, see you next week.
Alright. So, yeah,
it.
you guys are on the bottom floor. You're seeing kind of a pretty bad... You're in a pretty bad slum sort of area, and there's that, like I said, that giant monitor with Bowser on it.
With what around it?
Repeating that same... There's a monitor with Bowser on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, she made a City 17 reference.
Yeah.
So we kind of... well, we're supposed to be delivering something to Kamek. So I guess we need to ask someone where we're supposed to take a delivery for Kamek.
I mean, remember this isn't actually true, so if they check with him...
I mean, they could, but we have Jakey Boy, and he can literally just, you know...
We could just kind of say it's hush hush, just so we have a delivery for... I don't know who it's for.
Well, we need to find where stuff that Kamek wants to keep is taken. Because that's where we want to be, roughly. Probably.
So yeah, you're in a very dumpy slum, just so you're aware. Everything's kind of piled on top of each other.
Yeah, presumably
like,
there's, obviously it's not here, but, presumably there's police and stuff wandering around.
Oh, can we follow some merchants going through this gate to, a better part of town, then?
You can follow merchants if you like.
I assume some people coming through this gate are, legit merchants going to somewhere.
That is true.
To do
and we did sit in a queue, so presumably we've come in just behind someone else, so...
Correct. Are you going to be following the person in front of you?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good starting point.
Alright. So you follow this boo, floating along, with a bunch of horses carrying a cart.
Are they horses or Yoshis?
They're horses.
Oh, shame.
Whoa.
I think.
I'm okay with horses, but you need to tell me from what game it came.
Fine. 1 second.
Came from Skyrim.
Like one of the Mario sports games.
Yeah, Mario and
Oh,
Sonic.
yeah, totally. Mario at the Olympics. Yeah, there we go.
Somebody modded Mario into Skyrim
Mario
once.
and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
I did just Google Mario horse, and Mario Wiki has a page for horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Here you go. And you can use this as the thumbnail, Xerix.
That horse is nightmare fuel.
It's got eyelashes.
Look at its eyes.
It's an Olympic horse. Gotta get ready.
Wait,
It's like, why is that horse wearing makeup?
You know.
It's wearing eyeliner.
You're gonna perform from a crowd. You wanna look okay?
Gotta have TV-ready horses.
Does this mean that Sonic is canon?
Yes.
Oh no!
Nice.
I think
if I die, I'm gonna roll a tails.
Oh!
But you can't fly.
No,
you have
I'm
to
gonna
get
roll
that
my
trait.
OC persona.
All right, finally, we know how to stop Ben. Get all the Chaos Emeralds.
Oh god!
We'll just chaos control into Kamek's room, and it's all fine.
I like, since we're using transitive properties, every franchise in Smash Bros. Is also part of the universe.
There, now it doesn't rely on Sonic.
Okay.
Wait, if every character in Smash Bros. is canon, does this mean that all of Final Fantasy is also canon?
Oh lord.
What's your transitive?
Smash Brothers.
Cloud is in Smash Brothers.
Who? Oh yeah, Cloud, that's right. And because of Dissidia, all Final Fantasy is
Yep.
then
I
canon.
really, jeez.
And Final Fantasy Tactics and things all like that. And then there's Metal Gear. That's all canon.
That's all canon. Earthbound's canon.
Can we go to Shadow Moses Island at one point?
Yes.
There's a lot of things that are becoming canon now.
Pac-Man.
It's on a different. It's on a different planet though. You need space travel first.
Bayonetta.
That
is
can be
canon.
arranged. Oh, Bayonetta's canon. That's terrifying.
If you're making Mario Olympics not canon, I'm going to make you suffer, and Bowser has to be the Super Show Bowser. Now.
Wait, hang on. I'm making more links now.
Dear.
Soul Calibur's canon as well.
Yeah.
Because Link was in Soul Calibur.
Right? So that means Tekken.
Yeah, Tekken's
Wait,
canon.
so is Skyrim. Skyrim's
And Star
also
Wars.
Yeah, that's true.
That means Disney's canon.
Oh, yeah, Disney's canon because
Disney's
Final
canon.
Fantasy links through to Kingdom Hearts.
It's just a rabbit hole of hell.
There must
Ditto,
have
we're
been
gonna need a map
terrifying
of
Disney
this.
crossover. Disney crossover. I'm googling it. List.
I guess Disney kind of owns Fox now, so
Wait, that means that
The
the World Ends With
Simpsons-
You is canon because that's also in Kingdom Hearts.
Is it really?
yeah,
Yep.
it's in the 3DS version.
Yep.
Anyway, you follow this guy on, and he's leading a horse
I love how
filled
we've
with a bunch
canonized that.
of crap. And he goes on, and he eventually sets up a stall in the middle of a very bustling marketplace.
Kill him.
I'll show you a picture.
All right.
Let's
well,
not kill him. Let's we should look around for someone who looks like some sort of authority figure, like policeman or something.
We should find a map.
Yeah, so like the marketplace area is a bunch of like shops on hallways, they're like forming hallways sort of things. Like this. With just shops lining the walls.
Yeah, that's sort of what I figured.
Except under a roof.
I want to take the kid's tricycle.
You're a bad person.
Are you going to turn kleptomania into
I'm going to take advantage of my drive skill.
Oh god.
Ever since Jakey Boy just upgraded with more violence abilities, he just completely changed him.
No, he needs that tricycle, yeah, because if he's on a tricycle, any ability check can be a drive ability check.
Look, if you get this tricycle, I want someone to capture that chicken.
But since we proved that The Legend of Zelda is canon, if you capture the chicken,
you can kind of float, sort of.
No, you can just don't hurt it, or
Just
otherwise
don't
it'll
hurt the
summon all
chicken.
the other chickens.
I love how we managed to prove that The World Ends With You is canon by the existence of horses.
Please leave all of this in, Xerix. This is important.
Or at least
not in a regular episode, make a side episode out of it. It's important.
There's got to be some weird links through ASMT as well.
Like, what stuff are... can we see what they're selling? Like...
Oh, they put out a bunch of cages, and they're selling chickens and ducks. And...
Can we buy Lon on
Yoshi eggs.
Okay, so like produce.
Right.
Yeah, produce and...
Yeah, this hasn't really led anywhere. I suggest either a map or someone who is likely to know more about the rest of the layout of the tower.
We really need like a map or something. Or let's just keep going forward.
I think we really at best... Like, this place is huge. Wandering
is.
around directionlessly is not a good idea.
But
we need to find out where to take something for Kamek.
I'm not saying let's just keep like walking around randomly. Just keep going like straight. And
what did people do before Google Maps?
Look in this.
Use regular maps.
Like they asked people.
Yeah.
Like
let's ask someone where we need to take something for Kamek.
All right.
Like, I think that's the best thing to do.
Ooh.
But it's also probably best if Jakey Boy does it, just in case they contact Kamek.
I mean, we're not. I can't lie. So.
All right, I'll do it. I've got a level 2 pass and can also.
Okay,
lie.
cool.
And so, Caesar would know that Jakey Boy can't lie. So.
Yeah, and plus we've got we can talk. We can literally do a name drop of Jakey Boy anyway. So.
Horikawa, does anyone here look like an authority figure?
No, not really.
There's
a bunch of people in very beat up attire everywhere.
Okay, so we're still in the slummy part of the city.
Right, so I guess our aim is to go up.
Yeah.
Well, you're in a rather large city, so everybody roll me alertness perception, I guess.
Can I climb to the top of something to get is there anywhere I could get like a really good vantage point to see further off and see what part of the city looks better from here? Like
pretty much all of the homes are like, and stores are like piled on top of each other.
Okay.
So like, you could climb one of them theoretically, but they're all sort of occupied.
I rolled a 9, but I'm inside a crate.
I rolled a 7.
You see wood.
I thought so.
I rolled a 10.
Yes, my first roll with my newly raised stats, and I still roll a terrible roll.
Aw.
Did anyone get at least an 11?
I'll use a plot point to get an 11.
Alright.
You can't reroll if you got a 1 on the thing, right? Alright, I got an 8.
Yeah.
I annoyingly got a 4 on my second roll, so I opted not to reroll it.
I will gladly use a plot point for this. So
Alright, so with an 11, you don't see like stairs or anything, but you do see like the crowd seems to be generally moving in the direction of like a central sort of main street kind of area.
That seems promising.
Yeah. Follow the crowd.
Right, let's follow
the crowd. Everybody roll me alertness perception.
Okay.
Yes. Oh yeah.
You can also roll alertness covert if you want.
I'm gonna roll perception because my perception is now higher than that.
17.
That's better.
Oh jeez.
9.
6.
Who got a 17?
Me.
Oh, very good.
Nice. That is
so, Jakey Boy, you see someone wandering up to Hannah and trying to pick her pocket?
I say, I kind of like get my trench knife. The first appearance of the trench knife, everybody.
What the hell's the trench knife?
What?
What the hell's the trench knife?
I don't know. It's in my inventory.
I just assume it's like it. I imagine it's something we picked up from the armory on the ship. Is that right?
Maybe.
I think it was when we were
because we looted the armory on Kamek's ship, and there was like a bunch of old muskets and things. Presumably, a trench knife is like a bayonet.
I think it was when we were leaving the prison that one time, and we were we were firing at the tanks, and there was some stuff there.
I think the weapons in Jakey Boy's inventory are just replicating.
I'm just gonna Google trench knife and see what
They're
that comes up with.
reproducing.
I think I know what it means, but yeah, that is what I thought it was. Okay. It's basically like a knuckle duster with a blade on the side.
I see. I don't even remember
Looks like that.
that at all.
Oh man.
Huh. I literally don't remember this at all.
That's cool.
It's apparently a D2
Maybe you made it
wound.
in character. Maybe you got it in character creation or something.
Maybe.
No way.
No, I don't think that's what happened.
It would have come out beforehand.
Maybe.
I don't think I just never used it because I have all these other things.
So yeah, you take out the trench knife.
and I say I wouldn't.
And he kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, sir, are you threatening me? Should I get the police?"
Actually, if you can get the police and they can help us, that'd be just swell. I put my knife away. And I say, is he how old is this guy?
Like 8.
Yeah. Young man, where might I find a police authoritative figure to turn myself in?
He says, "Oh, I wouldn't know where any cops are, sir."
Well, that just sucks.
That case.
Certainly. I mean, don't worry. There's nothing for you to call the cops on anyway. Don't. He raises his hands and he shows that he has nothing in them. Nothing at all. No problems
Yeah, okay.
here.
Well, you know what? You just have a good day, kid. I do some snaps as I walk away.
If we got no
He
problems,
extends
we'll go our separate
He
ways.
extends his hand to shake your hand.
I high five it.
He kind of looks disappointed and wanders away.
Well,
I just look
encounter.
extremely confused.
Jakey Boy's in it with the kids.
Level up.
Now you're gonna get D14, D12 was D2 animals. Specialization.
Yeah,
House
kids.
cats.
Specialization in lemurs. Because they're going to come up.
Specialization in dead animals.
Oh.
Finally,
geez.
I can start working towards being a mammoth specialist.
Yes.
Alright, well that was fun. Let's just move on.
Well, I guess we're following the crowd still, I guess.
Yep, you follow the crowd and you eventually get to sort of a main street kind of area. It's very, it looks really slummy still, but you see some mainstream stores. Well, not mainstream, but you see some bigger stores that aren't just shacks and stalls.
Actual buildings.
More or less actual buildings, but they're kind of falling apart.
Yeah, I know the ones.
Yeah. And, you see a bunch of people bustling in a big old marketplace. It looks like a flea market or something like that.
Is there a specific flow this crowd is going here, or is it just kind of milling around at this point?
No, it reaches sort of this area and then just kind of gradually disperses.
Right, in which case we're going to have to look around from this vantage point and see if we can see anything.
Jeez.
So is the city in the picture you posted where just taller and taller, closer to the center of the city?
Yeah, that's accurate
All
to
right,
the way Koopa Tower is structured.
Can we get is there a general feeling like the nicer parts of the city are closer to the center, or can we not tell that from here?
Well, it is nicer near the
more
center of the
expensive.
city. You can tell that.
Okay.
Maybe we should just head towards the tower?
Well, the tower is where you're in.
So
The whole city is named the tower, I think.
okay, I guess
Basically, each floor is kind of like its own little mini city.
I was
What
looking.
we want to do is find a way to go up floors.
People can roll an alertness perception.
Can I spend 7 plot points to make sure we find the book before Van does?
Oh my god.
No.
I rolled a 10.
11.
Well, with an 11, you can see through the crowd and you see, a cop sitting by the corner.
I just rolled an 11 as well, so I assume I see that as well.
Alright, yeah.
I rolled a
correct.
15.
Well, 15, you see the cop, and you also, I guess, see a building with a really faded sign labeled, Floor 1 Affairs and Administration.
Oh.
Huh.
Okay.
Seems like the place to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that then.
I'll
We want to see if
in.
we want to find where Kamek keeps his curios, I guess.
Yeah.
His Cheerios?
Curios.
His Lucky
Oh,
Charms.
curious. That makes marginally more sense.
I mean, Kamek
Gotta
collects
mess
a lot
with
of weird
Kamek's
stuff.
breakfasts.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kamek has like a big like box room full of random stuff, and it probably has some Cheerios in there somewhere. He's a weird guy.
So yeah, I guess we walk into that building. Is there somebody at a desk
All right.
or something?
You see, a really shoddy, dilapidated, broken down administration center with like someone kind of sleeping over top of a sort of broken down desk. It's kind of falling apart. Barely. It's like there's books underneath one of the legs because it just fell off. That sort of thing.
I'm gonna walk up to them and cough with purpose.
They say, "Are you here to register a slave?"
I'm gonna just defer to someone else at this point.
Okay. We're here. We just got in the city with a delivery for Kamek. Where do you know? Can we get directions on where to head?
It's above my pay grade.
All
Then
right.
please direct us to someone who can help.
He says, I guess you could talk to, I don't know, the governor here, floor 1, but I
So
don't know.
it sounds like we just need to get above floor 1.
That seems likely. How can we get to floor 2?
Take the stairs?
Where are the stairs?
Where are the stairs?
He kind of points out of the building. He says, walk down there about a mile or half a mile. You'll reach the stairs.
Kill me.
Sweet. I turn around and walk out.
Fine.
Do you happen to have
Guess
a map to this place, perchance?
Says maps 50 coins.
Oof.
Is it though?
Barnaboo? Barnaboo?
50 coins seems awfully steep for a map.
We don't need a map.
Map's pretty useful though.
This is true.
I don't know. I have the, I have the finest
see a
maps
map?
here.
May I see a map so I can decide whether it's worth costing 50 coins for said map? Because
He
if
kind
it's
of
just
sighs, reaches into his desks and brings out a map. It says map of floors 1 through 5.
right, how detailed is this map?
Oh, it's relatively detailed, honestly. It's an okay map.
Right, can I see anything that looks like it might be related to Kamek on this map?
Roll an intelligence perception check.
Kamek's cool corner is over here.
That's actually one of my better rolls, and I'm going to completely flunk it. Yes, that's it. That's that, and okay, what's the next one? Next one is 8. Okay. 7.
7. Well, he sees you kind of looking at it, and you don't really see anything offhand, and he grabs it back from you and says 50 coins.
I don't know, guys. It might be worth it.
I mean, if we all...
It's the finest
Fine.
map here. You won't find any better maps outside.
I'll go 50-50 with it.
Can I make sure he's not lying on that point?
Alright, go ahead and roll a charisma perception check.
Alright, that is, I think, the same roll here. Because I have... That's that. I'm going to re-roll that one. 11.
You're kind of suspicious about this guy.
I think this may be not the ideal place to buy a map.
Hey, look, I'm the only seller here on floor 1. of official government maps.
I don't believe you.
Caesar is already out the door, heading towards where he said the stairs are.
Let's just go to the stairs and see if we can find a cheaper map on floor 2.
He says, look, before you go, I'll give you a one-time discount since you're new. 40 coins. Can't go any lower than that. It costs way more to produce than that.
How about we call it 20 coins, and I don't walk out the door right now?
I can't do 20. I can do 35.
30, and I don't walk out the door.
30 is acceptable.
Fine. I will get out 30 coins, and we'll make sure that I actually get a map when I trade.
I just bet you can buy a better map on higher floors from more trustworthy people.
Yeah.
Probably, but it's worth
You look
knowing.
on the map shack.
But then we can compare the different maps and find a true map.
Oh man, yeah.
Once you get all 5 maps,
So, yeah,
there's a
I'm
link where
paying
one
30
point of the map
coins
gets a
and-
giant treasure.
So I guess I have a map now.
Yes, you have a map of the lower floors. You have a map of floors 1 through 5, specifically.
This is going to be a long chapter.
Right, so I guess I'm now going to just kind of walk towards the stairs and at the same time kind of try and examine the map to see if I can find Kamek on it anywhere, any reference to Kamek.
Alright. Roll me a extended check.
I forget how those
intelligence
work.
perception. Every 2 rolls, you knock your die down 1.
Okay, which die? It starts with skill, then goes to an attribute, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's... Intelligence perception is that.
And give me 1 second to pull up the...
Oh, that's the wrong dice. I rolled my D100, but instead of my D8.
That's slightly
16 for my first roll.
Okay. 16?
Yeah, that was my first roll.
Alright, keep going.
Hang on, I'm trying to do maths now. 13 for my second. And now I knock that down a die step, so that goes to D6.
Tell me if you crit fail.
Yeah, that one's a... Which one do I reroll? I reroll the D6. 4. And 7. And I'm going to stop there.
You're stopping there? You may
Yeah.
keep going. You have not reached the threshold yet.
Oh, okay, in which case I probably will keep going. So
I'll tell you when you reach the threshold.
Alright, cool.
But you can stop anytime along the way if you're worried about crit fails.
Yeah, that's 10.
Alright, and that gets you there.
Right, in which case I'm stopping. Because I'm rolling with a D4 at that point. That's dangerous.
Alright, so you look through the map, and you see a number of administration offices and, like, mercantile places and slave trade places and hotels and this sort of thing. But you certainly don't see anything related to Kamek or anything remotely VIP. You see a bunch of VIP entrances.
Right, okay,
marked.
in which case, I guess the administration offices are the best places to go.
Caesar comes back impatiently from having walked down the street and then comes back.
I mean, we're still walking. I'm trying to do this, like, while we're sort of...
I just want to say that Caesar's there so he can say, I think we just need to go get to higher floors. If Kamek has stuff going on, it's going to be on, like, the highest floors of this place. So
I agree, I just
don't
thought
think
I'd
it'll
make
even be on
sure.
the first 5 floors. We probably want to get up to, like, floor 50 or something.
Well, yes, you're probably right. Let's stop wasting time and let's go.
You do see a lot of floor checkpoints.
Jeez.
That's what I worried about.
It's fine. Oh yeah, we have level 2 badges, but we can accompany people.
Yep.
It says level 2, and you have access to floors 1 through 5 at citizen level.
Okay.
Hmm.
So yeah, for now...
It's printed on your pass.
So we know we don't have the correct pass to reach whatever Kamek has lying around. Probably.
Yeah, for now let's find the stairs to get up to floor 2.
All right.
If we
Well, it
just
doesn't
keep...
take you long, and you find it relatively easily. I mean, nothing really happens along the way.
Sweet.
Okay. So I would suggest we just try and keep going up to like floor 5 and then see what we can do from there.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume there are administration offices on floor 5.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then let's go up there and then we can work out what to do next.
Yeah.
So yeah, you walk up to the floor checkpoint, and there's a short-ish line to get through.
To get through to
lines.
floor which?
To get to floor 2.
Okay.
Right.
That's how is this just gonna be like 20 minutes or like half the day?
Minutes, really?
Okay.
Like,
Right.
probably a half an hour at most.
We're losing time.
I mean, if you want, I can just like start climbing the outsides of these buildings and get to the top by myself.
I mean, I'm very keen to get hold of that book before Van does.
Do we know what floors the VIP line gets to?
The VIP line?
That Van.
You have no idea.
Okay.
Is that
Van
not?
could
Is
tell
that
you.
showed on the map or not?
Technically speaking, you have a way of contacting Van, too.
Yo. No, I can't contact Van. Actually, it doesn't work on him.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
you're right. That is correct.
Well,
What if I can contact?
see you next season, Van. Was glad playing with you for a while.
Hannah, just stare in a direction, and that's where I am.
Alright, I steer in a direction.
Use her
So
as
I-
a
Spin
man.
so
her
the map
around
of-
and she'll tell you.
The map I've got doesn't show the VIP entrance then.
Well, your map shows VIP entrances, like along the edges of the
Okay,
city.
but it doesn't actually show the VIP area that Van went into.
No.
Okay.
There are just doors labeled VIP access.
Right, okay. This is going to be tricky.
Yeah.
We may have to find some way to speed up these checkpoints if we can.
I can freeze time, but just me.
For just you, right.
He can freeze time past. I can climb past.
How long can you freeze time for?
10 seconds.
5 seconds, as I recall. 10 seconds?
10 seconds.
Not really long enough to do an entire search of Cooper Tower, really.
Right, I'll use the weather staff to
But-
make it real foggy.
But freezing time might be long enough for 10 seconds. Might be long enough to get us through a VIP checkpoint if you drag us through it.
That's heavy.
There's a lot of us.
That's true, there are a lot of us.
I mean, Rezcal could technically use his cloak.
He is
Yeah.
If he gets out
wearing
of the
it.
box.
So that is possible. We could use Rezcow's cloak.
I don't know what hand is going to use. Sorry.
My beauty.
You're gonna hack your way through.
I mean, if we kind of make an agreement to if we get the book before Van, let me give a speech such that I can.
Wow.
I will give it to someone.
This is really the 5th time you told us that. Like,
Yeah, but like if we like make this agreement, then we can split up, and then we could use like the stop time to get 1 or 2 of us into the VIP section.
Well, it only works 1 time a day. Or wait, does it? I forget how many times per day.
Yeah, 1 time per day.
Yeah, it's only
So-
once.
I think we can just get up to floor 5 normally, like. or
Yeah,
regardless
I
if there's
mean
any
to floor
problems in the
5,
way.
to
Yeah.
floor 5, sure. But we have to remember that Van doesn't have to deal with these queues.
But I don't know what floors Van is on. I don't even know how many floors are in this tower. So he probably is dealing with the bunch of stuff we're dealing with right now.
There are, as I recall, 50 floors to the tower.
Yeah,
I have it in a document, but I don't
I'm presuming that Van doesn't have to deal with the queues, considering he didn't have to deal with them coming into coming in through the VIP entrance.
I mean,
So he's
because you
probably
made it through
freer to
one
move about.
checkpoint. I mean, look, because you make it 1 through 1 checkpoint without problem doesn't mean that.
That's true. That is true. I mean, for now we can get up to floor 5, and then we can make a decision there.
A quick question. Kamek thought we were going in here to study the obelisk, right?
Yes.
And he gave us level 2 passes to get in to study the obelisk?
That's
well,
a good...
no. Kamek thought that you were just that you wanted to go to Koopa Tower, and he wanted to go there as well.
I mean, we did tell him that we wanted to study the obelisk.
Yeah, I remember saying that to him.
Like, that's the excuse you guys gave him to catch the ride.
Yeah.
That is the thing.
Well,
although it is Kamek, and he's crazy. So
well, that too, but also at the same time, I don't think Kamek knows about the obelisk, so he probably wrote that off. If I don't even recall you saying that, but if you did, that's probably what happened, because I don't even know that Kamek knows the obelisk is here.
Oh, okay.
Well,
whatever.
Fine.
We'll work it out.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
I'm okay with waiting.
The benefit we've got is that if Van does hit a checkpoint, he's got a much harder time explaining himself that he's in the VIP area with a level 2 pass. Whereas we're actually kind of allowed to be here right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not so concerned about the book, so I don't mind just waiting in line for the first 5 floors and then...
Yeah, I'm pretty concerned about the book because reasons. I know Rezcow's pretty concerned about the book. I don't know what everyone else's views on the book are.
It's like whatever. Yeah.
I'm concerned because I just want to annoy Van.
So there's at least 3 of us who are concerned about the book enough to want to beat Van to it.
Okay, so waiting in line is out then?
I don't know.
How do we not wait in line?
I assume we're having this conversation while we wait in line.
Yeah, probably, if you want.
Because, like, we're not going to be doing much else then. It's just time efficient. So, I personally think if we make an agreement on what we do with the book if we find it, and meeting up and dealing with that, and then we have some sort of split somehow. So, I mean, I can't get into the VIP section, but Rezcow and Jakey Boy might be able to.
I mean, there's got to be. Well, maybe we'll find a way to like give you some access.
Maybe.
Like you didn't get branded. You just.
That's true. I do. I just have a slave pass, and I did try. Altering the slave pass, and it doesn't seem to work.
Oh yeah, he like drew on it, and like the ink reverted itself as the pass glowed.
After a couple of seconds, yeah.
Wait, so it's like a magic passport?
Seems that way.
What the heck?
Magic.
And also they do have our faces on them, so we can't swap them around.
Well, this is tricky.
Yeah.
Well, you could roll someone could roll a science check, an intelligence science check, to figure something out about the passes.
Hannah?
Yeah.
I haven't taken science, so I'm kind of limited on that.
I mean, I could.
Well, what's your science level?
6.
I mean, you're better than me.
It's better than mine.
I'd try it.
I guess you can roll it if I want. If you want.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
Ah, yes! 4!
Wow, this is some cool technology.
It sure is. Oh my fucking most, I'm getting 1s on the skills. I hate life.
You can re-roll this.
I mean, I could theoretically.
You cannot re-roll a
4.
1 under any situation.
I thought it was like a crit you couldn't roll.
No, you cannot re-roll a 1, period.
Yeah, I can theoretically get an intelligence science check higher than 4. So.
Do you have science? Because you can only roll science if you're trained.
No, I don't. Science is one of those special ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't have it.
Only
so
people
I can't
with
roll it.
science can.
Yeah.
Don't you have science, Rezcal?
I got tech, and I don't got science.
Oh, this is not tech. This is science.
I guess we'll
That is
just.
unfortunate.
I guess we'll just wait. You know.
If we can get up to one of the higher floors, then I suppose we can look around and see if we can work out a better system as we go. So I suggest what we do is we wait in the queue up to floor 2. We look around while we're on floor 2 and making our way to the stairs up to see if there's any way we can see that'll help us. And otherwise just continue up.
For now, at least, let's resolve getting to floor 2 so we can...
Yeah, I think that's the best option. I mean, we are just waiting in the queue at the moment, so...
What happens when we get to the front of the queue?
Alright, when you get to the front, the person says, passes, please.
Boom.
We all present our passes.
And he says, alright, have a good day.
Woo.
And he waves you through.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That took half an hour for everyone else.
There was a line.
There was a small line.
Yeah.
Dang, people must be really
Compared
suspicious.
Compared to the, like, getting into the tower at all, yeah, it's a small line.
Yeah.
Like, getting into the tower was a multi-hour line.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we took the merchant line, because it was, like...
Yeah, it was long. The merchant
way
line was shorter.
Civilian, yeah.
So yeah, so I guess we're going up to floor 2?
Yeah, you're on floor 2 now.